And we are back for episode 2, live and direct from the halls of Di-RREC Gaming. It's your boy, the new legal, and I'm excited for this show right here. As the first show, we are grateful and very much thankful for all the support and views and the comments. Rocking out with my boy, the General, again. And tonight, you guys, we're on another topic. The Xbox X performance with the cloud. Yo, Tyshawn, how you feeling tonight, man? Episode 2, baby.
What's going on, baby? Episode 2. Xbox is in the house. We're going to rock it out.
Yes, sir.
Good to be back.
It's good to be back, man. And we want to keep giving these people what they want, and that's that Xbox positive game talk, like we do, like I said, in these party chats on Xbox Live, and just the real Xbox discussions that we normally do while we gaming. We want to bring that to the forefront because why, people, is to put the streets back into gaming and the gaming back into the streets. Yo, this is Direct Talk, episode 2. Let's get down to it, man. Yo, General, so I hear that Sea of Thieves, I hear that it's not the only game that has used the cloud, but we know that the ocean effects will be just a portion of what the cloud can bring in gaming, man. I mean, if I know we've had talks, and I know that you told me that you hadn't been in the beta. I have. And I've seen that ocean effects, man. And it's mind-blowing. So just to know that off of what I saw in the beta was mind-blowing, I'm really, really excited to see now the finishing touches to the ocean, man, as I know now that it's going to be done by the cloud compute. I don't know what to say, man.
And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. So that's why we having this discussion tonight. You know what I'm saying? Basically, Sea of Thieves is an open world, share world action game as far as what they call it. And the thing is that you're on an open ocean, man, right? You're going to different islands and different caverns and different sections. You're using your map, you're using your compass. And all these ships, right? All these ships, whether somebody wants to rob you or get into a canyon fight, whether, they want to take your treasure, people stalking you, whatever it is, right? You make new friends. This is the power of the cloud. This is what Microsoft is talking about, right? Because we're on the seas or the ships. We're not bumping into each other. It's not a traffic jam. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that right there is mind-blowing where Microsoft wants to take gaming. And you see that this is where they're going to separate themselves from the competition. This is where they are. Because, it's like different. But in reality, there's never been a game like Sea of Thieves, which makes gaming such a sense of discovery, because that's what you want as a gamer from generation. You want to play something that's new, something that's different, something that creates memories, and this is going to be a world that keeps on giving, right? You got the Kraken. You never know when the Kraken is going to come.
Right.
You can't say to your friends, "Oh, let's go hunt the Kraken." Nope. The Kraken could come at at night. It can come in the storm. It can come in this beautiful, out the eye, whatever, hunting chickens, whatever, right?
Right.
You never know when the Kraken is going to come. But from reading about it, the Kraken has 8 tentacles. Each tentacle has its own AI. You're going to need at least 4 ships to bring this thing down. So it's not just, you and your crew taking the Kraken down. You're going to need at least 4 ships or 4 other people to take this thing down. And that's exciting. But see, right there and there, when you have time events, different weather, think about it, right? If you played it in the beta, like, you said, and other people I've heard, you could lead people into typhoons, different storms, and stuff like that. It's just open. It's just open-ended. And that's what we're going to see at Crackdown 3. We're going to see that in State of Decay. Remember, State of Decay is 4 players. 4 players at the same time. A zombie fest in this big world, right? So, yeah, man, the cloud is definitely showing it's a muscle now.
Right, it's showing, man, and we can
Yeah,
finally get to see what it looks like on the X, man, because
yeah,
we don't know what this cloud is going to look like on the X. We just know it's
mm,
coming. And you know, the good thing about it is we already know what the cloud is capable of doing. It's not like we
mm-hmm.
haven't had games that never use the cloud. And we don't know
Absolutely.
what the possibilities of this technology can bring to the enjoyment of Xbox gaming. We already know what it can bring. And
Right.
that's the thing that we trip off about because we know, hey man, this is it's good news, but it's not like new news to us because this feature is not like it's not like something we haven't never experienced before. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
But see, Microsoft, they killed. They did something with Forza that people don't understand. It's just there. Microsoft killed computer AI. Like when you play Forza, you're not playing computer AI. You're playing against drivatars, which other people in this cloud community, whether it's you or my friend list or whoever, you're playing against other people that are skilled drivers.
Right.
If you go play GT Sport on PlayStation, it's just computer AI. If you go play Mario Kart on your Switch, it's computer AI.
Right.
And Microsoft, it's not computer AI, it's the drivatar. Because trust me, when me and you going at it, and it's your ghost, and it's your car, it's ridiculous. You side swiping me, you do all type of crazy stuff. You pinning me around the corner, you slowing down on the brakes. I'm like, this is the way that Dorian drives. It's mind blowing. But because it's not in your face, making your system more powerful to the visual eye, people, oh, it's just a cloud. Well, yeah, but that's mind blowing. You think about it, right? The word drivatar, like it's actually your friends in your ecosystem, and it drives and it performs like them.
Right. That's true, man.
Yeah.
That's true. I gotta start this game over, man. This Recore, I haven't played this Recore in a minute. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother Recore tonight. Let me go to some Ori in the Blind Forest, man. It's been a
Yeah.
minute. It's been a minute since I played some Recore. I have to sit there and figure this one out. But you know, we've had the cloud, man, for like what? They were talking about the cloud in 2013 when the OG
I mean, you can go
Xbox
back
was
to the
coming.
360 days, man. If you load up a backwards compatibility game, even when I load up Mafia 2, it says cloud storage. So we can go back to 2006 or 2007 or 2009, 2010, right? It says cloud storage.
It was
You
a
know what I'm
form.
saying?
It was a
Yeah,
form. Yeah, I mean that's a form of the
right.
cloud. But
Exactly.
you're right. I mean that was just a form of it. Same
And that
same
was
as
in
what I
its
was about to.
infancy.
Same as
Yeah,
what.
that was in its infancy. You know what I'm saying? That was in
Right.
its infancy. But
This
it's the
this.
simple fact of you just look at where games are going. They're getting bigger. These worlds are getting bigger. You know what I mean? And Microsoft, they use the cloud. I never Titanfall when it first came out. I never when the first Titanfall when we saw that Microsoft show. I was like, holy shit, what is this? All I saw
Right.
was Titans come from the sky and dudes running up against the buildings and shooting each other. And the only thing they didn't have was a campaign. But man, Titanfall was mind blowing because all the AI was controlled by the cloud, even though there were grunts and things like that. And you saw the difference when you play Titanfall 2. They didn't use the cloud as much because they wanted to adapt to the PlayStation, shall we say, more of a Call of Duty structure, which changed the game totally. That's why a
Right.
lot of people play Titanfall 1 still to this day. And my thing is with Respawn is that it's not being a fanboy when I say this, but you sold over 10 million units with Titanfall 1, right? To me, you should have kept that a Microsoft exclusive, and you should have built on it even more. Because now you got the X, right?
Right.
So instead of dumbing it down for the mainstream, and I understand gaming business, you want to sell it to every platform. That's the whole thing. No matter what game it is, they want to sell it as much as they can. But Microsoft was really built for Titanfall and what you're trying to do with the cloud and the mechs and things like that. Now, if the rumors are true, right, we're supposed to supposedly see a new version of Microsoft. I bet you that's using the cloud.
Well, true. And like I was about to say, I'm glad you mentioned Titanfall because Titanfall was in what 2014. We
Yeah,
actually,
exactly. It
we
came out the
actually,
year after the year it launched.
right, we actually had another cloud game that was a
Mm-hmm.
debut game, built in the system in 2013
Mm.
called Crimson Dragon, and it had the
Mm.
Azure. It had the actual Azure for the cloud
Mm.
feature for that game. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
we played the heck out of that game. That wasn't
Yeah.
something that we was blind to. We came into that thing because we knew what Microsoft was trying to do from the jump. We knew
Right.
that they
And
were
I think,
we
yeah.
knew that they were all about that cloud computing because that's how they were selling the Xbox One. They were selling that console as a console for the cloud, for gaming,
Right.
for gaming in the cloud and all of that stuff. So it's not like the cloud is something that's just new to our experience with the Xbox. It's been here.
Right.
So the thing is, it was in its infancy stages, like you said. They were working out they were tuning and finding it, looking at games that just because you have a technology doesn't mean you're just gonna use it all the time. You want to make sure that whatever game that is gonna be using that technology, that it utilizes it the right way. So we have what? Dead Rising 3, which
Mm-hmm.
used zombies, which used over 200, well, not two, I'm sorry, which used 2 million model form zombies. Each one of them was unique.
Right.
And they
Now
were,
see, Dorian, you absolutely right.
that's it.
Because the first time I played Dead Rising 3, it was a gamer moment. And I'm sure people listening to this show, they understand what a gamer moment is. Everybody can go back to their gamer moments where it's like, oh, snap. When I see how many zombies were on that screen with no slowdown, that showed me how different Xbox was over PlayStation and Nintendo. This is the example of the cloud. The cloud, sorry. You're fighting 300, you're fighting 250 zombies. You just going mayhem, no slowdown. And as you keep on driving, running over zombies, and more zombies coming, and you see zombies getting stuck under your tire, and they banging on the car, and all this other stuff, right?
Right.
Man, that's the power of the cloud right there. I think people got to understand that, especially for young gamers, that when you implement technology, it doesn't come that day. It is something that is groomed over time.
Right.
And I trust in this when I say this. Crackdown 3 will show you the true power of the cloud. That's why people make jokes about it. Oh yeah, when Crackdown come out, there's a article on N4G.com saying that the silence of Crackdown 3 is deafening. Is it ever coming out? People gotta understand that they're gonna roll it out when they're ready to roll it out because you have to show the power of Azure. And that's the showcase. I believe that that's going to be the showcase for the cloud at its best. I believe Sea of Thieves is getting it rolling. State of Decay is also using the cloud too. But I think Crackdown 3, when that drops, when that's revealed to us, that's going to show us, especially in the multiplayer, a new level of gaming as far as structure. Because right now everything is just copy and paste, man. Everything is copy and paste.
Right, and you know what? The cloud, you're right, and the cloud relieves us from that copy and paste stuff. Stuff that we ain't never seen before or never experienced before. That's the whole point of it. And Killer Instinct. When we were able to fight like we fight, get a good record in, and then you don't have time to stay on that game all day. Say you go to work, say you got a life, you doing things, you got a date or whatever it is that you might be doing.
Yep.
The cloud puts your information out there. So even though you may not be on there physically, you still on live. So when people want to go on multiplayer and challenge people, hey, here
Mm-hmm.
you go. Your Ghost
Mm-hmm.
AI is in there, and guess what? You're able to sit there and fight a person and never knew you fought him till you go online and then you
Exactly.
realize you done fought this dude and he might have beat
Yep.
you. Here comes where the competitiveness come in. He might have beat you, and now hey, you go back to fight him, and the next thing you know, man, y'all two complimenting each other's style, reaching out to each other, and before you know, you done made a friend on Xbox Live, and that's bringing the community. That's what it's all
Exactly.
about.
Exactly. And another game that actually uses the cloud, one of the favorites of Microsoft, I call it a masterpiece, is Forza Horizon 3.
Right.
People don't think about that. That uses the cloud too.
It sure
As far
does.
as how open, how vast that map is, as far as how it's different events, like you gotta understand.
Oh, you
can't
forgot
do that
something. You
without
forgot
cloud
something, sir.
technology.
You forgot something,
Yeah.
sir. Hey,
What?
when you're driving and you see other people's cars
There you
driving
go.
around with their names
Mhm.
on them, that's the cloud.
That's because of cloud technology. Exactly. Exactly. Yep. So people gotta understand that these things have been implemented little by little to make it better, to test it out. So, you know, it's like it's just a simple fact of that technology takes time, but when it's when it really starts to get its foot running, it's gonna blow your mind.
Yeah,
Look
it's
what
got to
we
get
have
its
now with
foot
the
running.
Xbox One X.
Right.
The Xbox One X is a powerful system. It's a very powerful system, and we haven't even seen its power yet. I think we're going to see a good amount of its power at E3. I think Microsoft got some really good things to show, but we know Forza Horizon 4 is coming. Can't wait to see that because I personally consider Forza Horizon 3 a masterpiece, probably the greatest racer of all time. If you don't have Forza Horizon 3, you need to definitely go download that. If you like car games, it is absolutely just a joy, especially the Hot Wheels DLC. But the whole thing with Microsoft is they're building a structure. And I think that people gotta understand that Microsoft is getting beyond you just putting a game in, you play it, you beat it. They're getting beyond that. They're creating, like Phil Spencer said in his DICE speech, they're creating these worlds. And they want you to be part of this ecosystem because that's where gaming is going. It's not good enough no more to make a game. You got 22 bosses, you're doing the same thing, and then end credits. We're so beyond that because now they're making ecosystems. They're making you be a part of the world.
That's true.
People don't think about that though because they just used to what they're used to.
Right. And that's what it is. They're used to what they're used to. They're not realizing that, man, the cloud actually gives you a better experience within the gaming community.
It does.
They don't understand that it's okay, man, to leave what you leave your comfort zone to go out and venture for something that's worth adventuring over.
Exactly.
This is why single player gaming never really truly moved gaming forward. It kept gaming where it was at. It kept gaming in a comfortable spot. It never really, it doesn't challenge the gamer in a way to where the gaming industry is going to move forward. So we can't, we're not here to bash single player experience, but we're saying that it's not the single player experience that's going to move the industry forward. And prime example is Grand Theft Auto 5. Even Rockstar knew to bring forth co-op in their game, even though it was successful. It was successful, but when you bring co-op to a game, it makes it more powerful.
But see, Rockstar knew that they had to compete with Call of Duty, right? So Rockstar is published by Take-Two. They knew they had to compete with Call of Duty, right?
Right.
So what they did was they're so brilliant. They just made a virtual world of fun, right? Almost like a criminal land great adventures. If that's what I could say, right? Like a criminal land, a crime land great adventures, right? Anything you want to do, you can do in this world online. You can join with your, fellas, whatever. You can be a girl. You can run around. online. You can jack yachts and gun runner, all type of stuff, race cars, parade tracks, all this type of stuff.
Right.
Because they understood that the campaign is not good enough. That's what Microsoft understands. Microsoft understands that. Okay, trust me on this when I say this. You can hold me to this. Fable will have some type of multiplayer in it. It will have some type of co-op because that's what Xbox Live is built for.
Right.
Xbox
That's a waste of their
play with their
right.
friends.
That's a waste of their technology to not use Xbox Live.
Exactly.
It's just
so
a waste.
The whole thing is that it's a simple fact of people, the industry, and the mainstream always say that Microsoft doesn't have enough narrative or single player focused experiences. But that's not Microsoft's lane. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Microsoft, they want to build stuff for Xbox Live because their audience wants to play together. Now, you got to think of doing that more than just gun games, right? You got to think of doing that because you got Halo, you got Gears, you got PUBG now. What else type of experience can you offer as far as being online? Well, now you got the Darwin Project, right? Which looks like a great game as far as, multiplayer, gets in a Hungry Games type of style, online. That's coming out soon, right? You got Sea of Thieves. This is the only game on any system where you could be a pirate. Literally, you're living the pirate life. And, you run with your friends or you meet new people and whatever it is, right? So that's where gaming is going. Like I was telling you before, the $60 model of the Street Fighters and the Soul Calibers, go look at those numbers, man. They're not good. Because it's not enough. It's not enough no more for people because people want bigger and better experiences.
Right.
Yeah.
And man, the cloud also, not only does it bring forth a different experience, but it also helps developers be more creative, man. And the things that they thought they could never do in their game, the cloud can help. Oh, I forgot another one. I'm sorry. Sunset Overdrive actually had the cloud in it.
Yes, sir. A classic. Sunset Overdrive. It's a shame. It is such a shame that game didn't sell as well as it should have. But it is a classic. Sunset Overdrive, you got Game Pass. It's cheap right now. If you never played Sunset Overdrive, you got your brand new Xbox One S or Xbox X, go play that game. It's Super Nintendo for adults. It's Super Nintendo for adults. You run around, shoot stuff in this crazy, over-the-top cartoon world. I pray we get a sequel. I pray that Phil Spencer sees that we want a sequel. You know what I'm saying?
Frizzy has to return, man.
Yeah. But check this out. There's another thing that uses the cloud that nobody really thought about. Game Pass.
You know what? You're right, man.
Nobody thought about that. Game Pass. All those games you get every month. All that running on servers and running through our zone.
That's true.
You're able to download them to your system.
That's true.
Yeah. Game Pass. They just added another 8 games, and then I think on the Inside Xbox show, which I was watching earlier, they said that they announced one of the games, City Skylines. That's all to the cloud. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out for April. But Microsoft is just on a different level where, I hear people always say, what has Phil Spencer done for the last 4 years? What has he done for us? He's restructuring the Xbox brand. He's making it something that it's its own. And he's using technology that nobody else is going to even use because it's Microsoft's technology. He took 4 years to really restructure stuff. He took 4 years. And also, to Phil's credit, hey man, he's the one that really got behind Cuphead. People don't understand that. He told the studio NHR, he told those guys, because before, it was just bosses. That's all it was. It was just bosses. You fight these bosses, and you get these powers and this and that. He said, man, this is incredible. We can make this more.
Right.
And that's where they came up with the run and gun sections and different levels and platforming levels to make it more, more balanced. So, and people forgot, in Cuphead, that's all hand-drawn. So everything that they came up with new, they had their own hand-drawn it.
Right.
Nobody gives Cuphead that credit at all, right? Never been done before. That's why it is a masterpiece. Cuphead is a masterpiece. But yeah, I mean, as far as the cloud, man, it's like, man, you know, that's what he was doing. He's rebuilding the structure. You can't put out great games and there's no structure. Microsoft know what they're doing. People just need to be patient, man. They just need to be patient. They need to just really watch what they say on YouTube. They need to watch what they say on IGN and GameSpot and all these other places. They need to just let Microsoft work. I have a saying, let Microsoft work. And Sea of Thieves is Microsoft working. We got a nice 25-minute, you know, behind-the-scene look at State of Decay. Looks awesome. State of Decay 2 looks amazing.
What do you think? State of Decay 2, man. And I'm telling you right now, I'm so glad they're putting the cloud to that, man. I'm so glad because without that cloud, man, State of Decay 2 would just be a normal zombie game, you know, something that's and you know, man, that's what I be talking about, man. It's breaking that mold of all that normal stuff. It's breaking the mold of all that normal stuff. That's what I like about Xbox, man.
Yep. Xbox is just giving new experiences, man. Like you know, I think because of Xbox, I'm gonna try to get into real-time strategy games. So the one I really was trying to sit down and play was Halo. Halo Wars, the definitive edition, actually. And you know, it's new experiences. I think Microsoft offers new experiences, man, and I think that's what makes them my ecosystem that I love being a part of because. Especially with Game Pass, it's like, man, like you just got new stuff that you always could try out, you know.
Right.
But Microsoft is a lot of variety. The fact that Vanquish is backwards compatible is mind blowing. Vanquish is one of my favorite games from the 360. You know what I mean? The fact that you know there are rumors that they're locking down Vanquish 2 exclusively to their system. Right? The same way that Bayonetta is exclusively locked down to Nintendo system.
Now, do you think Vanquish 2 is gonna be only for Xbox forever?
Yeah, I think that's gonna be an exclusive. I think Microsoft's gonna put the money up to make that.
What makes you think that?
Because Microsoft right now they have Game Pass and they want to be the Netflix of gaming. And there's two things that Microsoft is kind of suffering in. They're kind of suffering in exclusives. They need more. They need more variety. But at the same time, they gotta give the hardcore what they want to. I think that Microsoft wants to build a better relationship with Japanese. Phil came out and said that E3 2018 is gonna be different, and that Japanese support is at an all-time high, strong right now, right? So I think Microsoft they understand that they need different games, and on top of that, remember all these games that they come out with, they're eventually gonna go into Game Pass. They're eventually going to go into Game Pass, whether it's a year later, 2 years later, I don't know, day and date, whatever it's going to be. But they want to be the Netflix of gaming. You're going to have to get content, man. You're going to have to get content. You're going to have to get it quick or have it built in the pipeline. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So, for instance, Ninja Gaiden 2, right? That came out for 360. So it wouldn't surprise me at E3 if, you know, I'm just saying, my dreams, if they introduce a new Ninja Gaiden, right? It comes out next fall, 2019 or something like that, right? But for now, we got Ninja Gaiden 2 backwards compatible on your Xbox, you know, One X or your Xbox One S. So, I see what they do, man, is that Microsoft is just trying to build, they know they got to build exclusives. Like Fable, we're not going to see Fable to 2020. If maybe 2021, it's gonna, you know, they're gonna take their time with that. That's gonna be an open world game using the cloud, right? It's gonna be an open world RPG. That stuff takes time. So, you know, I'm really excited about what they got to show as far as, you know, this E3. But I think Vanquish too. I think they're gonna lock it down. I think they are. I think they are gonna lock it down. Man, I think they got a great relationship with Sega too. I think they got a great relationship with Sega.
I hope so, man, because you know.
Yeah.
With everything going now, man, like I said, everything has to come into play now. Like, from the cloud to the games. Bottom line, it has to come out because Xbox is at its apex right now of how to market. Got 4K down the pipe, 60 frames per second down the pipe. We have the modes for that. So it's a good thing when you got these performance modes, right? Because a lot of people, hey man, the choice is good. So if you want to get the visuals out of a game, you can amp it up. If you want to get the performance version out of the game, you can amp it up. So a lot of times, man, way I look at it is the performance of the Xbox One X has been sold. Nobody doubts it. When we look at these media, when we look at these articles, man, it's hands down who's killing it right now. That's not even up for grabs anymore. So where I'm at right now, I want to start seeing some of this technology because I know it's there. And this console is built for this technology. And I want to see this technology displayed at a level that's just unreal, man. I want to see it without no half-stepping, you know?
I'll tell you right now, Dorian, right? I'm playing Mafia 2, right? Mafia 2 came out in 2010, right? It's an 8-year-old game. I'm playing on my Xbox One X. It looks better. It performs better. It runs better. I completely could feel the difference than when I used to play it on my 360. How the driving was choppy. How we use the gun. Sometimes it was kind of stuttery. The frame rate wasn't as strong, right? Crackdown. Even Digital Foundry came out and said, wow, they really did a nice job on Crackdown, the original Crackdown, right? So, as far as the Xbox enhancement, it runs smoother, the explosions are better, it feels definitely more performance-wise, and you just see that, 8 years later, we got something that could run old games even better. That right there, I'm sold. I think I said it to you and you laughed. When it comes to this backwards compatible stuff, Microsoft is Tony Montana right now. They are a real cartel. No one can mess with them at all on backwards compatibility. No one. Not even Nintendo, not even PlayStation. Because Microsoft is going back and doing old games. They redoing them with some work. They're making them better.
Right.
There's more value for the customer, man. More value for the customer. More value. They don't need and the thing about them is they don't need to come out on E3 and announce to the world they're doing Final Fantasy VII Remake and have everybody crying and falling over each other and, losing their mind and this and that. And we still haven't heard from the game. You understand? Microsoft just says, oh, today so-and-so backwards compatible. It's Xbox One Enhanced. Go and get it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're working. The problem is that the hardcore, and I hear it all day, man. I even hear that work. Is that the hardcore is starving for something new, and I know that. Like people don't want Gears as much no more. Like being honest, as great as Gears is, and people, I know people that's not even looking forward to the next Halo. They want something new. When I played Sunset Overdrive, it was new. You know what I'm saying? It was something new. It was like, this is amazing.
Man, you better leave
that's what Sea of Thieves going to be.
I done told you about talking about my Gears, man. You better leave my Gears alone.
Dude, man, I'm just being honest,
man.
I'm talking about the people, but the people have said, I'm not saying it. I'm talking about the people have conversations with me at lunch at my job and this and that. They want something new. That's all it is. This gaming generation is starving for new experiences. Sea of Thieves is going to be big, man. I'm telling you.
Sea of Thieves is going to be big.
It's going to be huge.
Sea of Thieves is going to be big. And going back to what you said about people wanting to experience new games. You know what makes that great, man, is the fact that because of that, the coalition doesn't have to feel rushed about bringing us Gears of War 5. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to feel rushed, which breaks open better development time. You know what I'm saying? Real release dates. We don't have. You see what I'm saying? When the pieces of the pie all come together, it's for a purpose, man. And to me, I think Microsoft, they need that accessibility to where they don't need to be feeling rushed about any game they make. They need to get to a point where they can make these games at reasonable times, and these games come out like they're supposed to come out. Because we all know, man, when there's a difference between a Microsoft game and any other game that comes out on Xbox. We see the difference right off the bat. And so, as long as if they can if they can get this technology right with this cloud,
Mm-hmm.
they can get the right exciting games because I gotta say exciting because that's the key. People want to play exciting games. I believe, man, that everything else will take care of itself.
Exactly. And the one thing that Xbox gamers have to understand is that, you know, you gotta let them take their time. To me right now, I kind of want Microsoft to be like a rock star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we hear you, but this ain't coming out till we're ready. You know what I'm saying? But we're not gonna show you nothing till we're ready. I understand people get on YouTube and I understand people get on Twitter. And,
they don't get
you know what I'm saying?
shaken by that.
People they go into these rants and I hate when gamers go into rants, man. It look. I understand you want to express yourself, but when you got 15 people going on rants, it just sounds like noise, right? But Microsoft with Fable, take your time, man. I don't care if that game comes in 2022. Take your time, man, because you want to make sure it's right when it drops. And I think Microsoft at times, they try to get these games within I know Phil does, within 2 or 3 years. I mean, let's keep it real, right? There's a game coming out called Dreams for the PlayStation. It took 7 years.
Right.
Horizon Zero Dawn took 7 years.
Right.
Now, the new God of War, I think it took like 4 years or something like that, right? But it's just, you got to let these games take their time. Now, I understand you're excited and you're a fan and everything, but you got to understand, the product has to be incredible when it hits your hand, man. When you put you turn your joystick on and you're playing it. Because as a gamer, you're going to know. You're going to know immediately. You're just going to know. You know what I mean? So, I want Microsoft to take their time. I want them to take their time. Personally, I don't want to see Halo to 2020. Give it 2 more years. Because I want it done right. I don't want them to do, the multiplayer is amazing, but the campaign is okay. No. You need to give me, as a gamer, a Halo fan, an over-the-top amazing experience.
Right.
Can you, my thing with Halo, and I'm just being honest, man, is that Halo is a universe.
Right.
And what really burnt my biscuits about Halo 5, you fought the same guy 4 to 5 times.
Right.
And you fought him at the end. It was mind-blowing. Like, are you serious? You have aliens, you have the Covenant, you have the Flood, and all these other great things and characters and storylines.
Right.
We can't get boss battles? You need boss battles in a game like that. And so, I think that 343, they're going to take their time. 343, if they're listening, you got the multiplayer down pat. That's not a problem. The multiplayer is incredible. But the campaign needs to be incredible. Because the campaign is going to carry on Halo. It's not the multiplayer.
Right.
If you make Halo just multiplayer, it's going to sell. But it loses it loses the saga. It loses the mystique of Master Chief and all these other things.
And you know what, man? And you know what? I would love to see I would love to play a Halo where now I can go to Worlds and there you go. And it kind of I'll kind of get a description about it so people can understand what I'm talking about. You know how we see the game Anthem, right? And the way it looks. When the guy's walking around, when he lands on a world, it would be nice to see Halo get its look like that. Just because it's on the X, like the Xbox One X version of Halo. And I think, man, Master Chief, and he's long overdue, right? He's our mascot. He's actually the 3rd official mascot in gaming, other than the 4th. I'm sorry, Pac-Man, Mario, Sonic, Master Chief. There isn't no other mascots in the game. Those are the mascots. So
right.
When you think about it, it's time for him to get like what you call that makeover, man. He needs that makeover. He needs something, man.
Exactly.
Let's get this guy. Let's get this guy some real stuff.
You understand, man?
Yeah, when we see when we see the Flood or when we see the Elite, let's get them. Let's get them. Let's make them look raw, man. There's no reason, to undercut the graphic abilities now, man. Let's go and get this stuff done, man. Get
And,
Master Chief on a level.
yeah, yeah. And to me, I always felt, for me, because I've been playing Halo since it first came out. I think Halo needs to get a little darker. I think it needs to take
Right, just a little
I think
darker,
it needs to
man.
take a piece from The Witcher, right? I think, hey, you're in a space universe, and don't get me wrong. I understand that you want everybody to be able to pick up this game, but understand the audience, man. Understand that people that are teens and even kids playing Call of Duty, man. Like, there is no bright factor no more, right? Like, you got. I think you should be. Hey, I'll tell you what. I'll share a story with you. When I played Halo 1, right, there's a part in Halo 1, Combat Evolved, where you gotta wait for a cutscene. And, okay, here comes a little grunt, but you hear this language, like, and,
right.
it scared the hell out of me, right? And I didn't know where it was coming from. It was a brute.
Right.
It was a brute. I think that 343 should turn it up. I think grunts should feel like grunts, right? I think when you fight a brute, when you fight these regular soldiers, it should really be you on the run. It should really be, I gotta hide and cover. It should really be like,
yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Running
right.
after you, and it's a snap. Maybe you can't shoot that brute. Maybe you gotta run off and jump in a Banshee. You know what I'm saying? The purple little ship, and it just needs to turn up. For just me being honest, I thought Halo 3 compared to Halo 4, compared to Halo 2.
Yeah, because you know what? They closed in the feature. Like, it was a great Halo game, but what they did was, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
What they did was they drew everything in. So everything looked like we were like right there under their feet. And that's what you felt. And so you never really got that speed like you wanted. I know what you're talking about.
And that's where the complaint comes from, where it's like, even me at one point in the game, I was like, man, this Halo, but this not Halo.
Yeah, what
really
got me was
like,
it was just redundant. It's a great game. It was just
redundant. You understand, yeah? Because I went back and played it recently, man. Just downloaded it and stuff like that, and it's like, man, like, this really does feel redundant.
But you want to know what? You want to know what the journey of that game was really for, man? To be honest with you, that Halo 5 was not a journey to walk through by yourself. That was to bring a lot of people together, and that's where the fun was at, man. To be honest with you, so that's where a lot of people, and like you said, the change. What I like was the fact that Microsoft was willing to make a change. They was willing to be risky. I'm going to go back to what my man J Long said. It seems like Microsoft is willing to be risky and take chances for the benefit of the gaming experience. Everybody else looks like they're playing cautious. And when you play cautious for too long, your stuff becomes boring. I can appreciate Halo 5 for being daring, for being risky. Because now it opened up where, what do the fans like the most? What do they not like the most? And what it does is it bridges a gap of appreciation between the developers and the gamers. Halo 6 is not going to be a disappointment because the developers are going to make sure they do everything they can to give us what we want. And I know you're like, well, they should have been doing it anyway. Well, you do that. But you get to a point where you forget. That's what any kind of development. They went from Halo 1 to Halo 4, right?
Totally
between Halo 1, between Halo 1 and Halo 4 and all the other side Halos from Halo Reach and ODST, you get to a point where you're like, you know what? What do they want from us? You're not gonna sit up there and just ask, because you can't always give your crowd what they want. You gotta make them. When you're moving in a direction of creativity, I'm gonna always give the one who's trying to be creative the green light. That's like trying to say, okay, Tyshawn is a painter, and I come in and you already have a vision on what you're gonna paint. Say you're gonna paint an epic picture of the NBA Finals between the two teams that collide, and you want to make a big basketball in the middle of the court. On the side of those basketballs, you want to paint the emblems of them teams, and like have like each one of the little stadiums on the side, and you want to paint something over that to relish the NBA culture, right? The basketball culture. And I come in out of nowhere and I tell you, you know what, man? I think you ought to do this and I think you ought to do that. No, man, that's not right. I should let you do what you do. Then when you're done doing it, then I can tell you what I liked and what I didn't. So the next time you do it, then we grow together. Oh, these are what my fans like the most about my creations. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's a respect.
I understand what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what though, man. Like, I like Halo 5. Don't get me wrong. You know, I ended it and everything. And the ending was bananas. I love the ending because where it's gonna go is really on point. But Halo 6, whatever you're gonna call it, man.
Take your time.
Halo Exodus.
Take your time.
Exodus.
Right. Give it something other than Halo 6. What was 5? Guardians? It was called Guardians, right?
Guardian, yeah.
Right.
So you gotta make it feel like it's on the line, man. You gotta make it feel like, yo, we are Master Chief and we're really trying to save this universe and we gotta go through this big fight and all this other stuff. So it's just a simple fact of they gotta make it feel like it's really dangerous, is what I'm saying. Halo should feel visceral. It should feel like you are really a marine space, combat, right? You just gotta switch it up, man. I mean, I would love to see Master Chief have some kicks and some punches. I would love to see Master Chief. I would love to see Master Chief be able to grab a Covenant and snap his neck.
Oh yeah. Well, they're doing. Well, you know what? You're right, and they're doing that. That's what I'm saying. They're leaning to, and I like that. I like the way they implemented some of them attack moves now. Cause you're right, man. It's time to grow, right? Because look,
it is.
He's a Spartan. He's a special ops. Right. He's a special ops Marine. So it's like what is he? I guess he's what? Cybergenetic or something.
Yeah, he's cybergenetic. Yeah, exactly.
Cybergenetic, so that he's a experiment, so they never would run out of these Spartan soldiers. They can always make them, breed them. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Super soldiers. So he needs to have that type of feeling, man. That type of aura about him that he can do some damage, man. This is a Marine, special ops, and give him some moves. Give him some tactical moves. Give him something where I wouldn't mind if he took cover sometimes. Just implement something different because that's what brings. That's when a game doesn't get boring. And I understand where you're coming from. That's going to keep people constantly going. And you know what?
Yeah, and think about it, right?
You can bring the cloud, once again, the cloud can be that beneficial factor that brings forth the worlds, that gives us the worlds, the cosmos and things like that. I'm telling you, man, that's all they need. The effects, when we're going from one world to another world, the effect. Oh my goodness, I fell right in it. But the effects that man. I'm glad I'm going back to some of these games, man, because I'm telling you, the challenge with these games are relearning them.
Right, but think about this, right? Think about if you was Master Chief and you actually saw an enemy, an alien enemy through the wall. Well, you can punch through the wall and grab them. That's the type of stuff that people expect now. That's what they expect now. You can't just have a game where you just shooting. It gets very redundant. After a while, it gets very redundant. So you gotta, like you said, you nailed it right on the head, man. Yeah, you nailed it right on the head. Halo needs a reboot, man. It really needs a reboot. It needs something, a fresh coat of paint. I'm not saying reboot the series, but hey, man, this is space sci-fi. Let's really get it. Let's really, action packed. It's a Microsoft showcase. It always has been.
Yeah. It'd
Yeah.
be it'd be good, man. It'd be good to see what this X can do with the cloud, man. I'm kind of really excited to see more of it. I'm glad that it's here. I'm glad that we're able to finally get it in a semi-adult way, more like a teenage
Mhm.
way, because like you said, man, we know that the X is still being utilized and we haven't even touched the potential. So
Exactly.
we're not out of this place where we think that whatever comes next of the cloud is supposed to be revolutionary. We understand that this thing is still in the works, but it's good to know that it's getting in the works. That's what we're
Exactly.
talking about tonight. And we're
Yeah.
also here to
Exactly.
say that we understand that the cloud's been here. It isn't something
Yeah.
that just popped up. All real Xbox gamers know that the cloud's been here in some shape, form, or fashion.
Exactly. Exactly. The cloud is just really starting to rear its head. I think when people first fight the Kraken and Sea of Thieves, I think when people really are sailing in these storms and typhoons and you're all across this ocean, I think they will then see the difference of a Microsoft game. That's what Phil Spencer wants. He wanted to make sure that Microsoft games are a new experience over the competition. That's what he wants, man. And I think
Right,
that's just brilliant because you're pushing the gaming industry forward, man. You're pushing it forward, man. You really are pushing it forward, man. You know what I
right.
mean? You're pushing it forward. And I think that's important that people got to understand that, yeah, it's cool to keep getting the same old games. It's cool to keep on doing the same old things. But it's like, man, like, we really need some new experiences, man. And I think Microsoft, they understand that's what people want. When you start looking at this don't sell and this don't sell, well, yeah, man, you've been kind of selling that to us since the 360. You want some new. You want something that's going to get you excited. Something that I tell you what, man. The last game that made me come home and run, like I'm ready to go home and play this game, like I'm punching out, is AC Origins. AC Origins
Man,
got new
that
DLC.
game,
Yeah, coming out the 13th, called Curse
right.
of the Pharaohs. It looks nuts. Fighting big giant zombies and you fighting cursed pharaohs and ghost
Mummies and
spirits
stuff,
and
mummies and
yeah,
stuff. That game
right.
changed, man.
Zombie mummies, yeah.
I
Yeah.
was
And
really
I'll tell
impressed.
anybody.
I was
I'll
really
tell
impressed with
anybody,
that game,
man.
man. Really
Yeah,
impressed with that
AC
game.
Origins, man, to me is one of the best. One of the best. I'll put it up against anything, man. I don't care who it is. Leave a comment. AC Origins to me is one of the best single player games ever created. Period. It is so much to do in that game. It is endless. It is literally endless. The story is great. The campaign, Dorian, is 32 hours. It's
Yeah, man,
32
it's crazy.
hours.
It's it's a cornucopia of searching, man. That's for sure. I mean,
Exactly.
talk
And
about an
then,
open world adventure. I mean, it truly
yeah.
it truly delivers in that format.
It does, man. And it made me fall in love. Don't get me wrong, I love Assassin's Creed. I beat every one of them. I fell in love with Assassin's Creed all over again, man. Like, this is incredible. It's just something about you putting the Roman soldier on fire, man. You know what I mean? Or you see a bunch of bandits and you just shoot a gas barrel. You know what I mean? And boom, there they go. It's just, man, it is that type of the mystique. Almost what's that movie, Lawrence of Arabia, with the desert sands. And when you watch it in 4K, HDR, woo, really?
Right.
Like, yeah, this is next gen gaming, man. This is something that we have been waiting for. This is a new experience. So my whole thing is very simple. Is that the simple fact of AC Origins just gave me so much more than I could ever expect it. The Hidden Ones was a great DLC. Great DLC, a lot of fun. This Curse of the Pharaoh is going to be even more fun. Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I feel like, man, we're right there at the brink of action what we've been wanting to experience for a long time with Xbox, man, and it's a good
Exactly.
feeling. It's a very good feeling right now because I'm truly excited about what's coming, man. And the three games that I'm excited about: State of Decay 2, number one;
Yep. Yep.
Crackdown 3, number two; Sea of
Right on.
Thieves, number
Right on.
three. Sea of Thieves is right around the
Arr.
corner, man. Right around the corner.
10 days, baby. 10 days. Everybody's excited, man. Everybody's excited. Everybody just ready to, to do the damn thing, man. I know people that, hey, they actually bought pirate hats and stuff and all that other good stuff. So it's just a simple fact of, man, like, I'm telling you, man, the simple fact of Microsoft is bringing some new experiences, man. And it really is amazing, man. It's time. It's time that us as gamers we get something new, fresh, and innovative, something different. And I think Sea of Thieves is that first step. You know what I mean? But gaming is endless, man. With this technology, man, we can go to any type of world we want to. We can go to any type of destination. And I hope
Right.
developers understand that, man. Like, yo, don't get me wrong. I understand there's a bottom line. I understand. And you kind of go with sells. Like, I bought recently Call of Duty World War II. I'm good, man. Like, I'm playing this like, man, this feel like an old 360 game, man, with better graphics, man.
Right.
I'm like, nah, man, I'm good, man. Like, I want something different, man. You know what I mean? That's why I like Infinity War so much.
Right.
I love Call of Duty Infinity War. It was excellent. It's just, man, it's just time for gamers. We want something new, man. We need something new. And that's just not Microsoft. That's everybody. But it's just, man, you got the power of the X, man. Tap into it. Let's go.
Yeah, you're right, man. It's time to move. And it's time to move with such enthusiasm, man. And like I said, this E3 looks like it's just fixing to be something like we ain't never been used to. I think it's gonna be brand new, all kinds of stuff, man. It's just the way Xbox is just willing to, the way Xbox is just willing to take the chances is how I respect it, man.
Exactly.
And I can respect taking chances, and that's all, man. I don't want to be bored. I don't want to be bored, man. That's the bottom line.
But also, let me say this to our audience, man, right? Whether a game is indie, double A, triple A, you gotta remember two things, because this is a big thing right now, right? That's going around the community. Just because a game is $60 don't mean that it's good. Let me really, please put that. I just said I bought Call of Duty World War II. It's not good. It feels very redundant, and it feels very dated. And I'm sorry, Sledgehammer, but it does. It feels very redundant, and it feels very dated. And I beat all the Call of Duties. So, my whole thing is that, hey, man, Cuphead, people don't understand. Cuphead was a AAA platforming experience, man. Right? But because Cuphead doesn't have over-the-top, Michael Bay graphics and all this other stuff, like, it doesn't mean anything. Look at the cartoon artwork in there, man. Like, that stuff takes money. That's production, right? Value. I mean, you got great games that are indies, man. Like, but all in all, we have to understand in this culture, a great game is a great game. And you got to understand that before anything. A great game is a great game. You can't say, oh, this game is not $60. It's trash, or they, lazy developers, or they cheapen the production. You got to understand a great game is a great game. Gaming means fun.
Yo, General.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Mm-hmm.
These games have a new technology in them, and they're not even $60 on the Xbox. Think about that.
Exactly. And that's why I said what I said, because we're so used to a format where, oh, this has to be $60, or, oh, man, this is what, $30? They cut corners. They're giving us lower than we expected. It's like, come on, man. Like, you got to understand, a great game is a great game. And things change. Things change all the time, man. Things change.
It's True, man.
Things change, man. You know what I mean? And I think people gotta understand you gotta change with it. You know what I mean? And I think that people don't understand is that the more that you keep doing stuff the same, the more that you fall behind in this industry. And keep in mind, it's an industry. You can win all the MPDs you want. You can win you can sell the most consoles you want. It's an industry. This industry has to innovate and rebuild and restructure itself so it can move forward. But to every Xbox gamer, if you see an Xbox game at $30, they didn't cheapen you. They didn't take a shortcut. They just doing something different. And they said it with State of Decay. They said that this is an open zombie utopia, or some type of whatever it is, a Walking Dead type world. They want everybody to play it. They want everybody to play it. So I just wanted to say that a great game is a great game, man. A great game is a great. Don't listen to that nonsense. Oh, it's not $60. Oh, it don't got a collector's edition. It's trash, yo. A great game is a great game. I wouldn't care if the game is $20. You have fun, it's a great game.
That's true. Can't argue with that, man. That is true.
Yeah.
That's speaking facts, man. And at least
great
try.
game is a great game.
At least try to give a game a benefit of the doubt before you speak on it. I mean, it's okay. I said benefit of the doubt. So if you don't play it, at least acknowledge that you haven't played it and just be honest and be like, look, I haven't played it, but it doesn't look appealing to me. You can say stuff like that. But to just say a game is downright garbage and you're 100% negative and you never touched it, you can't get credibility for that.
Exactly. And I just think that, I'm going to say it again, a great game is a great game, man. Gaming is an interactive experience. And I think people are starting to put gaming towards the MPD sales and all this other stuff. Man, did you have fun playing the game? That's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. Did you have fun?
I don't even worry about that no more, man. I'm just like,
no, I know you don't.
You know what?
You don't, but
forget them.
I'm about to say something real, man. Like, when you have a great game, and you can relate to it. When you have a great game, you lose time. You lose track of what time it is.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
You ever play a game at 2 in the afternoon? You turn around, it's like 7 at night or 6:30. That happened to me with AC Origins, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's the simple fact of a great game is a great game. We have to stop saying, oh, it's AA, it sucks, it's an indie, indies don't belong on stage. All games are great games. They're great games, man. AAA suck. There's big time production games you had that we've taken back to GameStop. I just want to put that out there, man, to the community. A great game is a great game, man. Everything is not going to be AAA. It's just too much money to do that, man. You got to give different, experiences. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, man, you made a good point, man. You made a good point. I just wanted to represent Ori and the Blind Force, the definitive edition tonight. I wanted to be part of episode 2. It's kind of metaphorical to the movement of the 3 Xbox games that are coming out this year, and I wanted to represent it on my Xbox One X. Also, we are moving closer to E3, and we are excited that there's a feature that's now being used more and more, and it's coming into the forefront with the power of Azure, and we feel excited about that happening, people, and we wanted to talk about it. We wanted to talk about it, and we wanted to talk about all aspects of the game, and where we think that the Xbox One can reach its most successful point. Hey, man,
all aspects of the game.
We're at the conclusion point. If you got anything else to close on, General, feel free. Go ahead and do your closing, man.
Dorian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feel free to do your closing, man.
Okay. All right. No doubt. Well, it's been a great time, great discussion. Xbox, tonight we talked about the cloud, talked about a lot of good things. Excited for E3. If you haven't checked it out, check out the Inside, Xbox show. It's pretty long, 2 hours and 18 minutes. Yeah, man, just keep on gaming, man. Xbox is great all the time, and definitely cop Sea of Thieves March 20th. Get that Game Pass, man, and yeah, man. Xbox is the place to be.
That's right, man. I'm glad you set out the date and that Game Pass. That Game Pass is really helping people out, and I'm glad they're getting the help, man. I mean, I'm glad that the whole entire spectrum of consumers who like Xbox or who may be the first time trying it out. The Game Pass provides a great amount of games for you to relish in, embark on a gaming journey, and decide whether you want to keep those games or not. Because Game Pass holds these games for such a long time, and then they might switch them out. So your game may stay, but another game may go, but you never know. It might be the game that you like that might go. But we got confirmation that the new day ones, they're gonna be there permanently now. From this point on, like you won't have to worry about them going anywhere. Those will be the building blocks for Game Pass now, which I also think is a fabulous idea. And hey, man, to the whole entire Xbox community that supports Di-RREC Gaming, we want to send a special shout out tonight to two homes that we respect, and that's the Infinite Rooms of the DX Mansion on our Facebook. We love being a part of that community. That's our home. The second home is our UK brothers over there in Project Xbox on Facebook. And when we just swinging around in the streets, we also like to venture over there to my man's group, Xbox World, on Facebook. So, man, we want to spread the love. Keep spreading it. Thanks for all the support that you guys do on my channel, and thank you, General, for being a part of this direct talk that we do. We love to do, and like I said, man, our goal is to start doing this once a week. If we can't get it in within a 7-day period, understand we're going to get it within a 10-day to 11-day, no later than 11 days. Things may come up in our lives, but we want to make a commitment to the people who support us that, hey, any topic that you guys think that we should talk about, put it in the comments. We doing this because we like to do it. We got a platform and we enjoy doing this type of stuff. This is not work to us. This is fun to us. So we don't take none of this stuff that's negative serious, but we always take what's positive serious. So we know how to handle this stuff. That's it.
Keyword positive, Dorian.
Positive, man.
Positive, Dorian. And that's why anybody that's tuning into the direct talk, we're about positive, gaming news and really, talking about things and that people don't want to talk about. We are about gaming discussion, and we're about the gaming culture. And that's the difference between us and anybody else. And we hope you enjoy. And can't wait to do episode 3, baby.
That's it, man. We're moving right on along, man. I appreciate your spirit, man. Appreciate you keeping in touch the way you do. And, hey, man, we're going to keep doing this. So, hey, man, if you like this show tonight, legendary episode 2, man, we did it. We on a continual cycle. Hey, hit the subscribe button down there. Hey, if you do, man, somebody might knock at your door and tell you want a Ferrari. And it's sitting right there in your driveway. And here's the keys. But if that doesn't happen, people, if it doesn't happen, hey, man, you can always hit the like. You get the dislike. Leave some comments below. Hold on, General. I got it. Do whatever you feel. But as for me and him, we're going to keep continuing to do what we do And what we do is represent that Xbox community and bring forth that Xbox spirit. In the meantime, this is your boy, the new legal, signing off with my man, General Johnson. And this has been Di-RREC Talk, Episode 2 from Di-RREC Gaming. So long, folks. Until next time, peace.
Keep gaming on Xbox. Always.